I would like to introduce Michael Schmidt, who is Chief Investment Officer of Lloyd Fonds. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you, thank you.
Can you please start by giving us a bit of background of strategy 2023-2025 and an update on its implementation?
Yeah, with pleasure. We've completed the repositioning of Lloyd's business model over the last 2 years with restructuring, sizable investments, and 2 acquisitions. Now, our strategy 23-25 is all about profitable growth in the 3 new business lines that are now firmly established. The first one is Lloyd Fonds, the active fund management business with concentrated alpha strategies. With about 800 million euros in assets under management at the end of June 2020, it is currently our largest and most profitable segment. The 7 clearly differentiated fund strategies are managed by experienced fund managers with a strong track record. As a special feature with our core holdings, often in smaller companies, we apply an intense engagement process, almost like private equity investors. With the 12 fund managers and analysts on the investment team, we feel well equipped to leverage the business with little additional investments. Our second business line is Lloyd Vermögen. It's our private wealth management with a focus on customized solutions for high net worth individuals and across all asset classes. For the organic self-financing growth, we can build on the current assets under management of around 300 million and the high reputation of the wealth manager we acquired last year. We do intend, however, to add substantial assets by further acquisitions. Our goal is to be among the top 5 wealth managers in Germany eventually. Our third business line, we've built from scratch. To highlight its distinct nature as a fintech, we created the brand LAIC, L-A-I-C, short for Leading Artificial Intelligence Competence. Under LAIC, we provide digital portfolio management solutions for all risk classes driven by our proprietary algorithm. We did launch our first LAIC product, a fully digital individual investment account, in April of this year, and have subsequently broadened our offering into mutual funds and digital unit-linked pension insurance, the first of this kind in Germany. At the half-year stage, we had already 15 million euros assets in LAIC products. In the long run, we want to be a top 3 provider of digital investment solutions in Europe. The LAIC system is highly scalable into various investment solutions and will be an area of further technology investments, from which the other 2 business lines will also benefit, as we connect them to the technology platform that we designed specifically for LAIC. Overall, in terms of assets under management over these 3 business lines in total, we reported 1.1 billion euros at the end of June this year and guided the market for 1.4 billion by year end. So we are on a good trajectory in this rather difficult year of COVID-19. By the end of 2024, we target 7 billion euros in assets under management.
Can you shed some light on your plan to grow your AUM to this 7 billion euro figure?
Sure. Growing assets under management 5-fold within 4 years may sound like an ambitious target, but it isn't really when we look at the levers we have on our side, be it the megatrends we bank on, the distribution strategy we have put in place, or the acquisition opportunities we see. Let me explain briefly each of them in turn. Our strategy is guided by 3 megatrends that will, in our view, have disruptive effects on the established asset and wealth management industry. They are digitalization, user centricity, and sustainability. They will, as we believe, lead to a redistribution of market shares. Agile small players like us who seize the opportunity should stand to benefit with above average growth. So, and the second one, distribution, it has always been a crucial factor for AUM growth. So we therefore follow a multifaceted distribution strategy. from marketing directly to customers, for example, in our LAIC and wealth management businesses, to selling our funds into the networks and platforms of financial advisors. In addition, and this is of particular importance, we have established strategic distribution partnerships with insurance companies, advisory franchises, and banks, so that we can also leverage their respective sales force. Of the total 7 billion euros we target in assets under management, at least 2/3 should be driven by organic growth. The remainder will come from acquisitions. Where do we see the acquisitions? The acquisition part is at this point entirely related to our wealth management business. The German wealth management market is highly fragmented and increasingly ripe for consolidation. We see an opportunity for us to play an active role as consolidator here. As a result, when we look at the composition of the 7 billion euros at the end of 2024, each of our 3 business lines should roughly have the same size in terms of assets under management.
And could you also elaborate on how artificial intelligence will be used to support the investment process within your products?
Artificial intelligence is certainly an important feature for LAIC, our digital portfolio management solutions. But we see its value in the context of the overall technology platform we have built. We have built to underpin our operations and all 3 business lines. We call it Digital Asset Platform 4.0. Here, we interconnect the various applications and software programs we use, from the crucial data warehouse over our proprietary algorithmic programming to the front end for portfolio management and customer relationship management. And specifically for the LAIC investment solutions, we employ artificial intelligence in a portfolio optimization system that we call LAIC Advisor. And we believe 2 unique features set us apart from our competition here. First, we do not simply map client preferences to a pre-designed sample portfolio of various ETFs. Instead, we build smart portfolios, specifically tailored to the individual client preferences and optimized on a daily basis. Essentially, no single portfolio looks the same. And secondly, we emphasize risk management. In our LAIC solutions, we have developed a proprietary dynamic risk monitoring tool, and the COVID-19 experience has validated our approach here. Beyond LAIC, however, we also use the tools of our digital asset platform in our wealth management and our fund management businesses in order to support decision-making also there where it makes sense. So as a result overall, we believe to have a competitive advantage in combining the experience and expertise of active fund management with our algorithmic programming know-how.
Can you please also summarize the impact of COVID-19 on Lloyd Fonds operations so far?
For Lloyd Fonds, I'm happy to say that we have coped rather well. First and foremost, we've been able to arrange very flexible for our staff to protect their health and safety by working from home or alternating in the office. This was easy for us, as already before COVID, all employees had mobile working equipment as a standard, and home office was an ordinary feature of how we work. All our operations, in particular managing our clients' money, have been functioning well at all times. As regards the performance of our funds and accounts, we have been quite successful in taking advantage of the market recovery that started in April. And it was also essential to keep our clients and partners up to date. And the many webinars with direct access to our fund managers who've explained the situation that we faced have proved very popular. As a result, and despite the challenging environment, we managed to increase our assets under management, as you know, in the first half of 2020 to the new high of around 1.1 billion euros. And on the back of continuing good performance and a promising sales pipeline, we felt confident enough to issue guidance for 1.4 billion euros by year end, as I mentioned. And to add on profitability, despite our investments for growth, we expect to achieve a break-even net result for the second half of 2020. So not that bad at all, I think, in an environment of COVID-19.
And finally, can you please explain why have you decided to select sustainability as one of the 3 core pillars of your future positioning?
Yeah, very good question. Sustainability has become a mega trend in business and society alike. It appears to have even become a political imperative, partly driven by COVID, in fact. The deliberations about green deals in fiscal and economic policy all over the world, not only in Europe, do speak volumes. And even the ECB's monetary policy may evolve to take account of climate-related risks. So as such, asset and wealth managers like us are affected in 2 ways. One, as an active investor in companies, certainly. Here, the analysis of economic and social impacts of a company's business model is, in our view, no longer an optional add-on, but needs to be an integral part of the investment decision, and also in our engagement process, in total, thereby helping to improve the risk-return profile. The second way we are affected is as a provider of investment solutions to clients. Institutional investors have demanded sustainable investment solutions for some time already. In the retail investor space, we know from surveys that 3/4 of people would like to be offered sustainable investment products. And the regulatory push from the European Commission for more transparency and explicit advice around sustainable investments will certainly accelerate the demand for sustainable funds. So at Lloyd Fonds, our strategy on sustainability is implemented on 3 levels. The first level is our company itself. The responsibility for sustainability is a top management affair falling under my remit. As a listed company, best practice in corporate governance is a clear goal for us. And we also made various commitments, like signing the PRI, Principles for Responsible Investments. And we are very proud that we could enter into a strategic partnership with the World Wildlife Fund, WWF in Germany, the first of this kind in the German asset management market. And the second level relates to our business lines. Here, the keyword is integration. It means that ESG parameters are taken into account in all investment processes where they are relevant and material from a risk-return perspective. All our mutual funds are managed along these lines already. They are also in compliance with the UN Global Compact. And where we can have direct interaction with clients, customer-specific sustainability preferences can be implemented, of course. This pertains predominantly to our wealth management and the individual accounts in our digital portfolio management of LAIC. And the third and final level is our distinct offering of funds that are explicitly branded as sustainable. Some 115 million euros at the moment. Our active fund offering consists of a global dividend fund and a multi-asset fund. Both apply an innovative approach targeting impact on the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, rather than, as others do, just simplistic ESG screening. And within LAIC, we launched 2 sustainable balanced funds as well, managed by the LAIC algorithm. So in summary, I think there are good reasons to bank on sustainability, and our distinct sustainability positioning should help achieve the ambition for our assets under management in our strategy 23-25.
Michael Schmidt, Chief Investment Officer of Lloyd Fonds, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.